everyone and welcome. My name is Jillian. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm so happy and intrigued you in any way that made you want to. For today's video, as you can see from the title down below, we are going to be doing a Christmas decor DIY. So I've wanted to do this video for a very long time because in today's video, I'm not just going to be DIYing something that I found or something that I've done before. I'm going to be trying my best to follow along to a Sorry Girls DIY video. I've been watching them and other DIY videos for so long, and I've always wanted to see if I could follow their instructions on how to do it. And recently, the Sorry Girls uploaded this video right here, and I knew that it was fate and I had to do this video now because included in the video was this DIY, which is one that we're going to be attempting today, and it is a gingerbread house doormat. Now, I don't know about you, but I genuinely have seen this on TikTok, I've seen it on Instagram, I think it was on Pinterest, I've seen it like across the board. And when I saw that they did a tutorial on it, I was like, I have to try this. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And we will also be doing a second one. Now, when I first was planning on doing this video, I was only planning on doing the doormat. But after watching their video, they did another DIY project in it that I just thought was like so cute, and I couldn't pass it up because it just seemed like kind of an easier one to try to follow along to. So, you know, in case I messed up the first one, I'd have like something to fall back on to show you guys something good. I mean, unless I mess that one up too, but I think it'll be fine. So the second one I'm gonna be doing today is this one right here. It is supposed to be like a snowball garland. It is so cute. When they first showed it, like when they showed, I think it's from CB2, CB something, there's a lot of Crate and Barrels. There's so many versions of it. It's like Pottery Barn. I can't keep track. But anyway, it is from one of theirs. And at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cute, but like, I don't want that. But then after they made it, I don't know, maybe it's just like the power of persuasion. But after I saw them make it, I was like, you know what? That is stinking adorable. They're supposed to be snowballs. I have a very snowy theme in my house when I decorate. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So these are the two things we are trying to do today, and I hope that I can do it. Our first step is going to be to search around my house to find any of the products that I need, to see if maybe I have any so I don't have to buy that much, because I want to try to keep it on the lower end for purchasing. And then we will be heading to Michael's and Target to get the rest of the materials that I need. So I will be listing all the materials down below. I'll be listing the video that I'm following. I'll even list their blog post. Everything that you'll need, everything that I say will be down below. And let's just jump right on into this video, starting off with the materials. I'm rummaging around, trying to see if I have any of the things that I just mentioned. So I'm checking in my toolbox. So I'm probably gonna need something to measure with. I don't have a ruler, so I'm just gonna use my measuring tape because at least I can get accurate measurements. Put that to the side. Next, I want to see if I have a razor. I think we do have one. I literally clean this thing out so often, but then I do things, and I didn't even know I had this. But then I'll do like projects, and I'm like, ooh, oh. Yes, I do. Does it have a blade on it? It does. I also think I have extra blades too. Perfect. I don't need to buy that. Up here, I have scissors. Put those to the side, and now I'm gonna look in my arts and crafty area. Wow. So we got flowers, we got ribbon, hot glue gun. I think I need a hot glue gun for this. Wait, I might need a hot glue gun for this. Let's take it out just in case. You can never be too sure. All right, we got a lot of pattern pieces. A lot of pattern pieces. What else? I don't think... Oh, you know what I needed? Is it in here? What's in here? Ooh, this could be helpful when I'm drawing on the mat to get sizes. Just a pencil that I have. It's not a pencil, it's a marker. I think it's a fashion, not a fashion marker, it's a fabric marker. I thought I had a paintbrush in here for the paint. Yes, I have a paintbrush, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, so I'm at Michael's now, and I have two goals. One is to not be distracted by the Christmas section because I'm not here for pre-made Christmas stuff, okay? Which is gonna be really hard, and I think they're having 40% off right now, but I need to just ignore it. And two, which is the main objective of today, is to get everything on my list, and hopefully we can. So let's go in now. Not here for that. Number one, paint. But what kind? I think this is the only white they have. It looks pretty white, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. I'm thinking I want this, right? Let me keep looking, but I think I want this. Because I don't want something big like that, right? Maybe I want this. It's like nice and in between. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Now I need leather string. All right, I'm back in the car, and Michael's was actually pretty successful. I was only not able to get one thing, but I have to go to Target anyway to do a pickup order for one of the things I needed anyway. So I'm just going to pick up my order inside and grab my last thing inside, and then I think I'll have everything I need to start this DIY. So let's grab the last couple things and then we will head back and start. So I think I'm gonna start off with the gingerbread house just because I feel like it's gonna take me the longest. So let's get up the video so I can watch what they do and get all the materials. Let's do that now. Okay, so after doing a little bit of research, the first thing that they did is cut this into the shape it needs to be. So it has like the roof shape and then it has two little chimneys. They don't, like they show her cutting it and showing the ruler, but they don't show exact measurements. So what I did was I went on Anthropologie to see what measurements they say their mat is, and they say that it's 18 by 30, which that's what this mat is already. The doormat that they have in the video is 2 feet, and they did that most likely so that when they cut off the 4 inches, it would in fact make it 18 by 30, which is what the doormat from Anthropologie is. I just got this one from Target and it's already 18. So I decided to start off by figuring out all my measurements and I decided to only cut an inch off so that way it wasn't so far off of what they had. Here I'm just measuring out, and I'm kind of just guessing, to be honest, about how I want my angles to be. I did make sure that my angles were even on the sides. I believe I ended up doing about 7 inches up to where I planned on the top ending, and then 2.5 inches in. I then started putting on my little rooftop and my chimney. The rooftop, I just made sure it was completely centered in the middle, put a line, and then just kind of guessed the shape I wanted exactly. And then same thing for the chimneys. And cue my thinking face. As you can tell by this point, there was a lot of math and figuring things out. So it took me a minute and a lot of thinking faces to get through this. So here I started cutting, and my razor really sucked. It was awful. I should have gotten a better one, but that's what I had. Genuinely, after cutting this, I felt like I broke my wrist. That's not normal. If you have a good blade and or a good X-Acto knife, which I highly, highly, highly recommend, then this part will actually be a piece of cake because you're really only cutting through the plastic part, which is rather thin. The little fibers pull off right away, as you can see here. So if you have a nice knife, this part was actually decently easy. It seemed a lot more intimidating, but once I actually started cutting and once I was actually able to cut through it, it was actually extremely easy. I feel like these clips make it seem like it's so much harder just because of how terrible my blade was. Like, it was really bad. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like this footage just makes this whole project look like it's like super hard because I'm like struggling. I do not recommend this painter's tape though for this spot in particular because it did not, I don't know if maybe it was just my mat, but it did not stick to the mat well. I was totally able to get it to work. So if you like don't want to have to go out and buy more materials and this is the tape you have, it's totally doable. But if you have the option to get different tape, then I definitely would recommend it because it does not stick to this material. Okay, so I've now done the basic lines that they did, and I'm going to start painting. I hope this goes okay.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake.
So it is the next day. I wanted to let the mat dry because if I was gonna be doing more stencils and like leaning on the mat, I didn't want to just be getting like paint all over myself. So I did let it dry. I'm gonna first stick to how they do it, and I'm going to do the roof because I definitely know I want the roof to look the same. So I'm gonna work on the roof, and then I'm gonna try to do all the other details. Like something I know I am gonna switch is even if I end up doing the stencils and making everything look exactly the same, I'm gonna insert a photo of it right here, but on the top of it, they have like a wreath-ish shape made out of hearts, and it's so cute, but I think I want to make it look like just like a regular Christmas wreath. And I was thinking of like possibly maybe getting some colored paints so that it's just like a pop of color and it's the wreath. I don't know, that's something that I might consider doing at a later time. You know, maybe just getting like all the shapes out and stuff and then doing that later. We'll see. But for now, I'm gonna do the roof, how they say to do it, how it's supposed to look, and then I'll decide how crafty I want to get. So I'm gonna do that first.
A Merry Christmas Day.
So there's a lot of different angles in this video. I apologize for the inconsistency, but I wanted to show you the carpet before I do my final reveals and all that stuff. There was something that I didn't end up showing you guys. So I showed you guys me doing like 98% of this mat. The only things that I didn't show you guys was me doing this guy and this one. So basically what I did is I decided not to do the squiggles that, well, I shouldn't say squiggles, the designs that the original mat had. I just wanted to keep it super simple, and I really wanted to add a tiny bit of color and a little bit of candy because it is a gingerbread house. So I decided to make a little wreath. So I drew a wreath with the white paint that I did everything else with, and I also drew some candy cane shapes with the exact same white paint. I was going to go out to get more paint like the one that I used to do all the white, but then I remembered that I had markers because I wanted to keep this project as simple and as like, I don't want to necessarily say budget friendly, but sort of as I could. So once I did a little digging in my craft drawer again, I had these 3 green markers. So I used that to do the wreath, and I used 3 different colors to give it what kind of dimension I could. It certainly wasn't super easy drawing with these, but I got the job done. And then I had a red marker, and I found this. You actually saw me using another color this earlier when I was trying to map out the shape of this, but I realized I had a red one, and these are fabric paint markers, and I was like, why am I not using it? It's literally a paint marker. So I used this red for the candy canes and also to do the bow on the wreath. I think that the simplicity of it is like really cute, and I really love it. So now let me show you all the clips from me making my snowball garland, and at the very end of this video we will do all the reveal shots. Alright, so the first thing for the garland that they did was cut the string. I believe she said the CB2 website said that theirs is 27 inches. I want to see how long that is though, because I don't know if maybe I want to make mine longer. So I'm going to measure that out and see what I think.
So on the website it says that the pom-pom garland is 72 inches, so
I'm a moron. It's not 27, it's 72. So what is 6 feet? I'm gonna end up making 2 of these. So I'm gonna start off with my sad little baby one. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna tie them together, right? And then I'll just hide a pom-pom on the little tie that I made. Even though it could have just been one nice long, if I just listened to instructions. So now for the fun part, I'm gonna get my yarn and I'm going to wrap my yarn. Where's the end? So I'm going to take my yarn and I'm just gonna wrap it around this a bunch of times. I believe in the video she actually did it like 25 or 30 times each, just so they were all uniform. I'm probably gonna do a similar thing. So I'm just gonna start making them until I feel like I have a bunch. So let's do that. So I didn't end up doing any sort of updates while I continued along on this journey. So in these next clips, I'm continuing to make all of my pom-pom balls. I strung them up on my cord, I glued them into place, and then I cut and fluffed. Okay, so I'm finishing up, oh, it's getting in my nose. I'm finishing up my little snowball pom-pom garland. And the only thing that I would possibly do different next time, because I totally would consider doing this again, would be maybe using a thicker yarn so that the balls end up being bigger, or maybe wrapping more around one pom-pom to make them bigger. That's just a personal preference, because I actually think technically these look really good, but I just really want them fluffy. So I have fluffed this one, so I just need to fluff this one, and I think I have 4 more to fluff, and then I'll be done. So I'm gonna finish fluffing these, and then I will show you guys the reveal shots and how I plan on using these to decorate this year.
I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland.
I'm very happy with how everything came out. The video, I'd give a 9 out of 10 for how easy it was to follow along with. There were a couple bits that I kind of had to figure out myself, but for the most part, they really laid everything out for you. I'd give how simple the project itself was, or how hard, I guess I should say. Probably for these, 10 out of 10. So easy, so fun, perfect craft for somebody who's beginning or kids for the holiday times. The gingerbread house mat, I'd probably give like a 7 to 8 out of 10. If you did the exact design that they do in the video and how it is in Anthropologie, I would definitely give it probably like a 7 out of 10. And if you did what I did, which was kind of, you know, followed it probably 75% and then added some of your own little flares, then it was probably like an 8 out of 10 because I did patterns and shapes and designs that I was comfortable with, which made it a lot easier, but it also made it so fun. It was genuinely just like making my own gingerbread house, but on a mat that I can have forever. And how happy I am with how they came out, 10 out of 10. Like, I could have possibly done a little cleaner lines on the gingerbread mat, but like I said, like it's kind of supposed to be like a gingerbread house, and unless you're a professional baker, like who really does a gingerbread house like perfectly or like it is on the box? Overall, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. I had so much fun doing it. I love how they turn out. I've already started decorating with them. They were going to merge perfectly into all of my other decorations. And that is genuinely like the reason I chose this video and these projects to do, because I knew they were my style and I knew they were so cute and I had to have them. So I'm also going to list right here all the prices for everything I had. I think the Sorry Girls do mention in their video how much it cost them, but for the gingerbread house with all the materials, this is how much it ended up costing me. And for the garland with all the materials I had to get, this is how much that ended up costing me. Altogether, it really wasn't that much. They were decently cheap projects to do and totally worth doing it myself. Genuinely so worth it. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I loved this video. I loved doing these, like I said. So if you want to see more videos like this, other holidays, just other times of the years, I would love to do them. So make sure you like this video to let me know if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to see everything I have coming up in terms of DIYs, but also all of the Christmas stuff I have coming up. I'm going to be posting so much. I'm not doing like a Vlogmas kind of thing, but I will be posting so much within the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate every single person who watched this video, anybody who enjoyed. I'm so happy. And like I said, subscribe to this channel and I will hopefully see you guys next time. Bye!